Now when we get to the Rasul, then you know that it's a lot easier to feel the merging with the being in the peer or the spiritual guide in that sense than the Rasul. I mean, take this in. Warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep, deliverer of the message of God. Thou art our Savior, the sun at the dawn of creation, the light of the whole universe, the fulfillment of God's purpose. Thou, the life eternal, we seek refuge in thy loving enfoldment. Spirit of guidance, source of all beauty and creator of harmony. Love, lover, and beloved Lord, thou art our divine ideal. Now you can see just at a different, just at the level of function, what is being recognized. Again, as a human possibility of realization, that this, that a human being can arise to the condition where she or he is awakener of the world from sleep, is like the sun at the dawn of creation, the fulfillment of God's purpose, the life eternal, the spirit of guidance, love, lover, and beloved Lord. I mean, it's like God becomes human. You know, I mean, so this is Krishna, this is Jesus, this is that sense of Mary, the sense of the perfection that is realized in human beingness. You know, which perfection is eternal, the life eternal. You know, I mean, it's the whole beauty of the whole perfection of manifestation. So it's beyond the, you know, the forgiveness and the soothing atmosphere and the, you know, the guide through life's puzzling ways. I mean, it's at a whole nother gradation of function. But that initial connection becomes the basis of our trusting in the process of becoming one, so that we can just take this inner stream and not resist our relationship with Rasul. So just as Mary was saying, Mary Magdalena here was saying earlier, you know, I mean, you don't question it. When we're going to try to, I mean, you just step out there in your own humanness and walk with that. You can represent it. The sun at the dawn of creation, you know. You know, you take your, I mean, if everything is really inside of you, these perfections are inside of you too. So, I mean, if you can find it in yourself, or to the degree that you find it, you just become that, and you dare to walk with that sense of what is it that allows you to do that is your respect, your love, your appreciation for what a human being can be. You know, so I mean, so you're not just pretending to be that, it's your love of, you know, the one who for you can see all that perfection in, that allows you to overcome your sense of separateness from it and be a representative of it. Have in mind, let's go back to what we started earlier, but not in the spirit that you have to do it, but make the chairs at the sides, and let's take up this other prayer, but in the way that, like Nizamuddin was speaking about, you know, where if something calls, a line calls you forth, you know, to move with a sense of that reality, just feel free to do it, and otherwise, you know, take it within, you know, look at it, and like we do with any of, if we break down these prayers, You know, I mean, a very conscientious spiritual student, you know, it was at the retreat we did together in Kansas this past spring, and whenever it was over Labor Day, and you know, and she was interested in the Sufi prayers, and I said, she's going to study, and I said, I know what line she's going to come back with, and say, what does that mean, you know? And so I anticipated, and I said, yeah, the idealized Lord of the whole humanity, and she said, yes, what the heck does that mean, you know? No, because I know she'd taken it up line by line, she'd reflected on it, she could checked in with her own inner sense of truth and God and thing, you know, and then that was the one place where the language eluded her. But language often eludes us. Everything is a sign. All the passages in all the Holy Scriptures are signs. They're not it. They're suggestions. All of nature is a sign. You know. It's not like you can look at the waterfall of the ocean or the ant or whatever. I mean, and it's that, you know, it's that, but it's also, it points towards something, and it's an entryway to the face of God, which is ever present. So,
is there a reason that you left off the prayer Nabi?
The only reason being to simplify it. Not for any objection to the prayer, but just to simplify our approach. I thought maybe we could get to two of these prayers. One, at either pull, because I'm not sure people understand the difference between a Nabi and a Rasul, and then I might be asked to define it philosophically, and I would take 5 minutes to do that. But you know, a Nabi really means prophet, and Rasul is just something even beyond prophet, so to speak. In the Hebrew tradition, it meant the one who would redeem Jerusalem. So even Moses was just called a Nabi. But let's take this for a moment, and let's just look at this description from the realization and devotion of Hazrat Khan to the Rasul, to the one whose consciousness is so full of God's manifestation that their consciousness is identified with the divine manifestation in all of its fullness. So that Jesus can say, whatever you do to the least of these, you do it unto me. You know, he had no sense of separation in that way. So reflecting on beings like this is an experience that brings forth a lot of amazement and gratitude, and can bring up almost any kind of emotion, you know. So, but this is what it brought up for Hazrat Khan, was these words of description of the Rasul, and what I'd like to do is just put them in the atmosphere and see if some of us are moved to express this in movement as a way of drawing closer in a sense of oneness with Rasul. And the first two lines are of that sense that Rasul comes when the world is in the greatest of need, like in when Dharma decays, when to give a sense of wake up. What right now? What's being asked of us, of the world, to wake up to, you know, caring about others like you care about yourself. You know, wake up to caring about the earth, you know, as a living being. That sort of thing. That seems to be what the Spirit is asking us to wake up to. Wake up to your real nature, so that you can you can be more loving. And I mean, that's what I hear when I can see what's being asked. Don't get caught lost in just our personal issues and greed and getting stuff. My 95-year-old mother, when she died, she said to me shortly before, she said, Melvin, she said, I never won an argument with you in my life, but I always thought you were wrong. She said, but I come, approaching death really softened her, and she said, I've come to understand that you were right about one thing. You said things weren't important and love was what was important. And so that was an amazing thing to happen with, to hear this from my mother who never, wanted to argue with me, but never thought I was right my whole life. So, but it just shows you that you just have to be true to what you are, and that's what I think Hazrat Inayat Khan was doing. He gave his heart and his inner ideal out to people, and offered it, and then he felt like, now I've trusted you with it, and it's like a very fine glass, and you say, no, now it's mine, and I'll do with it whatever I want. And I mean, so that was the way he felt, sometimes because he had a very delicate empathy, sensitivity, but he did, but then he said, my heart has been broken 1,000 times and 1,000 times made whole, but thanks be to love, it lives yet. So being willing to be shattered again and again in that way. But what I'm wanting to say is, just take it as his expression and his poetry, his metaphor for the Rasul, and if you rise to it and want to move with it, that's fine, and otherwise we'll just take it with that kind of understanding. Warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep. What comes up for me is the walk of Moses, But that's just what comes up for me, and that's not the form necessarily that somebody else would take, or, but I'm just doing that to kind of warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep. Warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep. Deliverer of the message of God. Deliverer of the message of God. The message of God is going to be fresh and shaped by what's needed in each era. Deliverer of the message of God. Warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep, deliverer of the message of God. It's like stand and deliver. I mean, that's what they're doing. So beautiful. Warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep, deliverer of the message of God. Thou art our Savior. This is to be awakened from sleep, to hear the message, to receive it. That's like being saved. Ignorance. Thou art our Savior. The sun at the dawn of creation. The sun at the dawn of creation. Take that in. Warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep, deliverer of the message of God, thou art our Savior, the sun at the dawn of creation, the light of the whole universe. The sun at the dawn of creation, the light of the whole universe. The sun at the dawn of creation, the light of the whole universe. The fulfillment of God's purpose. The light of the whole universe, the fulfillment of God's purpose. Warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep, deliverer of the message of God. Thou art our Savior, the sun at the dawn of creation, the light of the whole universe, the fulfillment of God's purpose. Thou, the life eternal, we seek refuge in thy loving enfoldment. Thou, the life eternal, Yahweh, we seek refuge in thy loving enfoldment. The Rasul, the one who is awakened in this way, is immortally alive. The light of the whole universe. The fulfillment of God's purpose. Thou, the life eternal, we seek refuge in thy loving enfoldment. Thou, the life eternal, we seek refuge in thy loving enfoldment. Thou, the life eternal, we seek refuge in thy loving enfoldment. The fulfillment of God's purpose. Thou, the life eternal, we seek refuge in thy loving enfoldment. Spirit of guidance, Spirit of guidance, source of all beauty and creator of harmony. Spirit of guidance, source of all beauty and creator of harmony. Love, lover and beloved Lord. Love, lover and beloved Lord. The Spirit of guidance, source of all beauty, creator of harmony. Love, lover and beloved Lord, thou art our divine ideal. Spirit of guidance, source of all beauty and creator of harmony. Love, lover, and beloved Lord, thou art our divine ideal. Warner of coming dangers, wakener of the world from sleep, deliverer of the message of God, thou art our Savior, the sun at the dawn of creation, the light of the whole universe, the fulfillment of God's purpose. Thou, the life eternal, we seek refuge in thy loving enfoldment. Spirit of guidance, source of all beauty and creator of harmony. Love, lover, and beloved Lord, thou art our divine ideal. So thank you, because what so many of you brought forth, was a light to us, to just see that light shining through you. And nothing more than that.